What is the best real estate marketing techniques in 2026 and beyond to help you be able to grow your real estate business? Real estate marketing tips for 2026 and beyond, because there are specific techniques that you can use right now within your real estate business on social media to bring in buyers, to bring in sellers, to be able to educate, be able to add value to your future clients. And it's just all about the way that you're positioning yourself, how you're focused, and specifically what you're posting to be able to add that value. I'm going to show you 2 agents you can follow and you can be able to replicate right now. You want to make sure that you pick a lane, you stay consistent within that lane, and you month in, month out, have content to add value, because right now with ChatGPT and you have Google, Bing, and Yahoo, individuals out there are searching specific content or looking for content potentially that you can be on the other end. All right, first example is going to be Brad Armstrong with Arizona Life. He's here in Arizona, where I live and reside. He also was on a podcast. I'll show you the podcast he was on with us for Real Estate First Technology. And he grew his Instagram channel from 0 to 56.6 thousand followers within 7 to 8 months. And the content he's filming is producing hundreds of thousands of views. And he is looked at as someone who's an expert from 5,000, 23,000, 42,000, 8,900. And he's talking all things about our specific market. Now, he's not doing anything too fancy. He's specifically behind his desk, and he has a green screen where he has a picture of what he's talking about. And then he has a section here, which is going to be the video, and it's going to showcase specifically what he's talking about called the lakefront. And so this is going to be a new specific shopping district that he wanted to highlight within 3 minutes or less that breaks down all the information. So for you specifically, what could you be talking about in your market? Like, here's another video. He's talking about Costco. And what could you look up, finding what's new, what's up and coming in your specific market that might just bring in additional individuals looking to relocate to your specific market? Because he did a video specifically about Apple. And so the video that he did about Apple, he has a couple different videos about Apple, actually brought in over 1.2 million views on one of his videos that he did. And he's talking about semiconductors. He's talking about chip manufacturing. And so going deeper into that and showcasing what's happening, what that's going to do in the specific market. His video title was like $500 billion is going to be influx into the greater Phoenix market and area. And what is that going to do with jobs? What is that going to do with the housing market? So what could you be talking about in your specific market? This is your first example, like Brad Lee, and you can go ahead and follow his Instagram. It's going to be Arizona Life. You'll see it on the screen, and you also see it here behind me. So give him a follow, check them out, and see what you think. Before we go to the next example, I want to go ahead and show you the actual podcast episode that we filmed with Brad Armstrong. 40K Instagram followers within 7 months. Now he's almost at 60,000. And this is a video that we filmed with him talking about all the things that he's doing. We're going to go ahead and put this link down below so you can go ahead and watch this video and or listen to the podcast to get some additional information. Now you can look him up. Brad Lee is specifically not making a lot of actual transactions from this approach, not to deter you from doing this, but just to make sure that you understand that. And what he needs to work on is making sure that you have good CTAs, good call to actions and next steps, and letting individuals know that you're here to help them buy, sell, and or relocate. And that if this content resonates and they want to be in your email newsletter, you got to get them on your email newsletter. And then from your email newsletter, you could be sending them these posts. You could also be able to send them the original article, and then you can be able to make sure you're top of mind. So if they want to potentially work with you, they can do as such. And you need to make sure that you remind them that they can do that. And that's where a website ties in. That ties in your coverage area. Also, a really good interactive guide ties in as well that can tie in with these videos so they can be able to read more information. They can be able to watch different content, all tie in to help add value to that specific target demographic and what you're looking to do. So now let's go into example number 2. Second option and the second example is Marisol. So here she is here, and you can go ahead and look up Marisol_DFW/Realtor. I'll go ahead and put the link on screen, and there'll be a link down below. Now, what she has is about 152,000 followers. So she has about 100,000 followers more than Brad does, but she focuses on DFW, and that's going to be in Texas. So we just went from Arizona to Texas, 2 really good relocation markets and ways that you can dominate on social media. And so let's look here. So you can see that what she does is she does POV with her clients, giving them keys. She also does client testimonials. She also does Texas. So here's Dallas, Texas price for $399,000. That looks like a pretty big house that you potentially could buy. She also has $64,000 here as far as what $20,850 down payment can buy you. So she basically makes sure that the home, herself, and on the actual thumbnail, she's writing something like, so 30 minutes from Fresco, Texas, $250,000 down payment of $8,750, and it has a $1,700 estimated monthly payment of 181,000 views. So she specifically is looking for DMs, and she's specifically looking to intrigue people of these individuals in these master communities with this new construction, adding value with these new homes with various different call to actions to add value of why someone want to click on it. Now, if we go in here and we look at the actual specific video, she's out front. She has aerials as well. She just talked about the golf course. This is going to be a new construction. She's walking in, she's doing the tour, and she's giving you the red carpet, white glove experience. And this is something that you potentially could do as well to be able to add additional value. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to be in front of a desk with a green screen, talking about what's going on in your market so you can be a community expert? Do you want to go out? Do you have new construction where you currently serve in your state and showcase listings as such and be able to go through this process? Now, you can follow both of these Instagram accounts to be able to get content ideas. And honestly, you want to make sure that you rip off and repeat, because this is what it is. At the end of the day, you are who you are, and there's like Baskin-Robbins 31 flavors. Not everyone likes each and every single flavor. So not every single person will want to work with this individual or the other individual in Texas and Arizona. They may want to work with specifically you. So please don't be deterred by the idea of doing what is already working. Just give your own flair and make it so it's undeniably you. Okay. Now let's get into the third and final example. All right. Third and final example is going to be street interview content. Now, I don't know if you've already heard of the School of Hard Knocks, and if you watch some of his content, he interviews million and billionaires and asks them how they got rich. Well, what I've actually done personally is went out and started interviewing the general public, the same type of concept, to be able to ask people, do they currently rent a home and do they own a home? If they currently rent a home, why do they rent? What's holding them back? And what would be the first step for them to even find someone to help them buy a home? And if they specifically already own a home, like this gentleman here, asking them who do they use and if they still remember who they used when they first purchased their home, and would they use them yet again. My idea here is to be able to go deeper with the idea of adding value to, say, the agents out there watching and following us at Liftoff Agents on our Instagram. So make sure that you follow at Liftoff Agent, links down below. It's also on screen. And then from there, being able to go deeper to find out what are holding people back. And so I've already got with some of these views, 5,000 plus views and lots of comments. And so it's been pretty good. And I'm just at the beginning stages of going through this process. But if you want to have fun and you want to challenge yourself and put yourself outside your comfort zone, then I would highly recommend doing something like street content and interviewing individuals in your general and specific market, because I actually have had people ask me personally if I'm a real estate agent and potentially could they use me? And I said, sorry, unfortunately, I'm not. But then that's when I'm going to have these individuals that potentially want to buy a home, and I'm going to then hand out these referrals to our clients here at Liftoff Agent. Just another bonus for working with us here at Liftoff Agent. So those are going to be your 3 different options. You could do the street interview content to dominate social media. You could do green screen and talk about your specific market to dominate social media. What's going on with the job market? What's going on with growth? What's happening in your market? And last but not least, you could also go through the process and potentially do a walkthrough tour, new construction. What can builders offer you as additional incentive? What can you buy at a certain price point, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, and what does it look like for a down payment and also monthly payments? Now, pick your lane and stay consistent with that lane. And here's going to be your call to action. Go to all 3 of those Instagram pages and look at some of the street interviews, look at the green screen stuff that Bradley is doing, and look at some of the new home stuff. Get an idea of what you think that you can imagine yourself doing. Pick one specific day that you're going to film content, and then pick a lane that's going to be the easiest for you to be able to do. If you're super busy and you can't go out to the actual new home construction building area, or you can't go interview people in the general public, then fine. Then keep it super simple and just go with the route of in front of your desk, have a green screen, and you can actually pull up Instagram. The green screen will come up automatically once you go into, say, Reel, and then you go to the options at the bottom. There's gonna be a bunch of bubbles that you could choose from, and you could choose the green screen option. And then behind you, you could literally just do a screen recording, and that can be uploaded. You could do a picture that could be uploaded. And he probably was just using something like InShot, Bradley, or he was using potentially like the captions app, and you could just go ahead and ChatGPT editing for having 3 different frames on one 9:16 type recording. So 9:16 is here, 16:9 is here. This is going to be YouTube. This is going to be short form content as far as how is holding the phone. So best of luck. I hope this is helpful. Please do us a favor, like, subscribe, notification bell, and down below in the captions, I want you to tell me, comment below, what would be the option that you would want to choose? Are you already doing it? And did this video help you? Because we really want to see you be able to dominate social media in 2026 and beyond. These are 3 different examples of things that are working in today's time, in today's day and age, and we want to see you have massive success within this process. God bless, take care. I'll see you on the next one.